All right, we're back here with the red flower tessellation. This is um, the 2 by 2, and so I've pre-drawn my diagram here. Notice these two lines in the middle were mistakes. We all make them. I've got a little scribble out on those, so ignore those. I've also pre-scored, and so I've taken my ruler and my bone folder and scored along all these. The great part about the red flower is that as you scale up, it's actually really easy to score this. And I've also drawn these dots, which are really helpful, which we'll get to. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to start folding my mountains first, and then come and fold my valleys next. So following that long red line. Now, similar to our other tessellations, I'm also going to be ignoring, I'm going to be working one molecule at a time and ignoring the rest. But pre-folding these makes a big, big difference. Okay, so all my mountains are done. I'm going to actually flip over and work on the valleys. Definitely is a little bit more paper wrangling as we get bigger on this. And if you don't get them all perfectly pre-folded, that's okay. All right, do that one. All right. Last one here. Again, I'm not going crazy. I'm just trying to get a gentle start, get a little memory into the paper before I get into the major folding. Okay, so I'm going to flip over here, and I'm going to start with this guy right here, and I'm going to ignore these two especially. I might have to work a little bit on this one since they are connected right there. So as we showed in the single molecule, we're going to be bringing these 4 red dots into the center here. So I'm slowly working these guys, folding the paper back because I want those to be fin-like as we go. So I'm actually going to pause right there. I'm going to come over to the next molecule right here and start to work this one up a little bit at the same time. This can be helpful. Again, I'm popping my mountains back up, bringing these guys together. You can see the center one is coming together. It's going to become, all these are going to become these really cool fins that pop up out of the paper. It's definitely a little bit more challenging as we come to the 2x2. You can see these guys coming together here. So now I'm going to start working these guys. Same process. First thing, I'm going to push down on those valleys, push up on the mountains. So I'm working on both sides of the paper, from underneath and on top as I do this. By the way, my house smells amazing right now. I've been making my 4-hour spaghetti sauce. I think it's almost done. Okay. Benefits of working remotely. Can do more than one thing at a time. Okay. Slowly getting these guys to pop. Notice I'm kind of pushing in. You're definitely going to be wrangling this one a little bit more as you go. So So I'm also, you can see underneath, I need to push these diamonds flat. So trying to get these guys to go flat. In just a moment, you'll see it pop. This is definitely the challenge point. So now I'm getting these guys all to sit flat. You should have all these fins popping. So the scale of difficulty between the single molecule and the double molecule is definitely significant here. Okay, so there you go. I've got all my fins popped up, but that doesn't look like this. I want it to look really cool like this. So this is where we start to open these guys up. I like to do these at the same time. So I've got both my fingers inside, so I've come in. I'm simply going to push down, and you can see right here, it's going to flatten out as I do that. Really cool. I'll do that again. Opening those flaps up, pushing and kind of widening as I go, making those petals pop. Two more. Opening that up. Sometimes it needs a little help. That one did not pop quite as well yet. We'll come back to that. Again. If your paper's bigger, sometimes you can use your thumbs for this. Now I've got to do all of my outside ones. You remember these from our single molecule, getting these to pop. Continue around. Oops. So if you like the cube tessellation, is likely our easiest one. Red flower, the bricks is a little bit more challenging, but very similar to the cube. The red flower 2x2 is a pretty decent step up in complexity and challenge. But we're going to give you some choices as we move towards our project. So there you go. This one's still a little bit funky. There we go. There is your red flower 2x2 tessellation.